In today's auto industry, downsizing is the norm. Automakers are shrinking engines, adding turbos, and leaning heavily into electrification. But just when the traditional V8 seemed to be fading, Ford did something bold. It brought out a brand new, old-school style V8, the 7.3-liter pushrod V8, affectionately nicknamed Godzilla. The Godzilla engine isn't just a throwback to big block glory days. It's a purpose-built machine designed to handle the kind of work modern trucks and commercial fleets demand. And since its release, it's built a massive following among truck owners, mechanics, tuners, and engine builders, for good reason. Let's take a deep dive into what makes this engine so significant and why it may very well be one of the best modern gas engines Ford has ever made. Why Ford built a new big V8 in the age of hybrids and turbos. The world is moving toward electric vehicles, yet Ford went back to basics and designed a big, naturally aspirated V8. Why? Because the needs of truck buyers, fleet operators, and vocational users are still centered on reliability, simplicity, and low-end torque. Modern turbocharged engines can be powerful and efficient, but they're also more complex and more expensive to repair when things go wrong. Ford knew there was still a massive market for a tough, simple engine that could handle long hours of hauling, towing, and stop-start work without needing delicate turbos or high-pressure fuel systems. Enter the 7.3-liter V8 Godzilla, designed from the ground up to be durable, easy to maintain, and affordable to own over hundreds of thousands of miles. Its goal wasn't to win spec sheet races. It was to deliver real-world reliability and power, day in and day out. What the numbers don't always tell you. On paper, the 7.3-liter V8 delivers 430 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. Those are impressive figures for a naturally aspirated gasoline engine, especially one designed for heavy-duty trucks. But what's even more impressive is how the power is delivered. Thanks to its long-stroke design and cam block configuration, the Godzilla engine provides a flat torque curve, especially in the low to mid RPM range. This makes it ideal for towing and hauling because you get that muscle right where you need it. It's the kind of power delivery that gives drivers confidence when pulling a trailer up a mountain pass or hauling several thousand pounds across long distances. Many assume the engine is only about brute force, but that's a misconception. While its size and specs scream muscle, the 7.3-liter V8 was engineered with precision and balance in mind. Ford took time to optimize oil flow, cooling, and combustion efficiency, allowing this massive motor to perform consistently under harsh conditions without overheating or overexerting itself. Durability. Built in from the start. Every part of the Godzilla engine reflects its focus on toughness. Ford used a cast iron block, chosen for its strength and heat dissipation, with aluminum cylinder heads to help keep weight down and manage combustion temperatures. The camshaft is located in the block, pushrod design, which simplifies the valve train and makes maintenance easier. This might seem old-fashioned compared to dual overhead cam designs, but for work trucks, simpler often means better. Fewer moving parts, fewer things to break. The 7.3-liter also uses oil-cooled pistons, which help manage temperatures during heavy-duty operation, and a variable displacement oil pump that adjusts pressure based on demand, improving efficiency and longevity. There's also variable valve timing, giving the engine flexibility across different RPM ranges, boosting low-end torque without sacrificing high-speed power. These features are part of what make this engine more than just a brute. It's smart, efficient, and modern in the ways that count most. Not just for Super Duty, a surprisingly versatile engine. Originally designed for Ford's Super Duty trucks, F250, F350, and higher, the 7.3 V8 has found life in a wide variety of platforms. It's used in Ford's commercial truck chassis, F600, F750, E-Series vans, and even school buses, but it's also become incredibly popular in the aftermarket world. Ford Performance offers the 7.3 liters as a crate engine, which makes it an attractive option for hot rodders, race-to-mod builders, and race car fabricators. From classic Mustangs and Broncos to custom muscle builds, the Godzilla engine is now being swapped into all kinds of vehicles, thanks to its compact dimensions for a big engine and excellent aftermarket support. You can find kits that make it easy to drop a Godzilla into vintage F100s or Fox body Mustangs. Tuners are already pushing the engine well past 600 horsepower with bolt-on upgrades, and supercharged builds are hitting 800-plus horsepower. The tuning community is even beginning to refer to the Godzilla as Ford's answer to the LS, a durable, tunable, and affordable V8 that can live in just about anything. Expert insight: why engine builders love Godzilla. Ask any engine builder or tuner who's worked with the 7.3-liter V8, and they'll likely give you the same reaction. This thing is overbuilt and understressed. According to veteran Ford performance tuner Mike Murillo, the Godzilla's internals are solid right from the factory. You don't have to do much to get impressive power, and it doesn't break a sweat doing it. That over-engineering is key to its reliability. The engine wasn't designed to hit redline all day. It was built to perform in harsh work conditions, under load, in high heat, with little downtime. That means if you treat it well, it will likely outlast the vehicle it's installed in. It also means that when performance builders push it harder, it handles the extra power without immediate concern for failure. Because the engine uses traditional lifters, cam, and rocker arms, tuners can also easily swap in performance cams or heads without having to dig into complex valve train setups. It's modular, predictable, and forgiving, a rare combo in modern engines. Real-world driving, towing, hauling, and reliability. Out on the road, the 7.3-liter V8 proves its worth quickly. Drivers of F-250s and F-350s equipped with Godzilla have reported strong acceleration, effortless towing, and consistent performance under load. One thing that stands out is how little strain the engine shows, even when towing more than 10,000 pounds. There's little gear hunting, no over-revving, and no heat-soaking issues in hot weather. It also pairs incredibly well with Ford's 10-speed torque-shift automatic transmission. This setup ensures smooth shifts, optimal gear selection for different load types, and minimal power loss between gears. Owners often describe the powertrain combo as calm but confident. Even when fully loaded, it rarely feels like it's working hard. Longevity is a big part of the appeal too. Many commercial operators and fleet managers are choosing the 7.3-liter over diesel options because it offers similar towing performance without the added maintenance headaches. No turbos, no diesel exhaust fluid, DEF, and no expensive emission systems that can go haywire. Fuel efficiency, surprisingly decent for its size. No one expects a 7.3-liter V8 to sip fuel, but the Godzilla manages to be more efficient than many expected. In unloaded highway driving, owners have reported up to 15 mpg and 8 to 10 mpg under full towing conditions. That might not sound like much, but it compares favorably to older V10 and big V8 engines, and it stays more consistent under load than small turbocharged engines, which often see massive mpg drops when towing. Part of this efficiency is due to the engine's simple, optimized design. There's no parasitic drag from turbochargers, and the cam profile is tuned for usable power rather than peak output. For fleet managers running dozens of trucks, this kind of predictable, durable performance is more important than hitting marketing numbers. The Godzilla's growing cult following. Few modern engines spark the kind of grassroots enthusiasm that Godzilla has generated. In just a few years, it's gone from a niche fleet motor to a must-have crate engine for custom builds. YouTube channels, social media groups, and forums are full of people swapping the 7.3-liter into everything from Crown Victorias to old Fairlanes. Why the excitement? Because it delivers something rare in 2025. A naturally aspirated, high-displacement V8 that's affordable, easy to work on, and built to last. It brings the simplicity of older engines with the reliability and design improvements of modern power plants. Engine builders like Brian Wolf, a former head of Ford Racing, have even built full race versions of the 7.3-liter, proving that this motor can go far beyond its factory rating with ease. The potential is enormous, and Ford was wise to make it widely available. What the future holds for Godzilla. The 7.3L V8 isn't going anywhere. Ford's decision to offer it in more commercial platforms and as a standalone crate engine ensures its place in performance history. And with new aftermarket support arriving each month, including ECU tuning, cam kits, forced induction setups, and swap kits, its footprint is only growing. It also represents a unique counterpoint to the direction most of the industry is heading. While other automakers are going smaller and more complex, Ford showed there's still a place for big displacement, simple engineering, and torque you can feel in your spine. Final verdict: why the 7.3-liter V8 Godzilla is one of the best engines Ford has built. The Ford 7.3-liter Godzilla V8 isn't just an engine, it's a movement. In a time when automakers are backing away from naturally aspirated power, this engine doubles down on durability, simplicity, and torque. It proves that there's still space in the market for a good old-fashioned gas-powered workhorse. But it's not just about nostalgia. The Godzilla engine shows that modern engineering and traditional layouts can coexist. It's efficient when it needs to be, incredibly powerful where it counts, and versatile enough to live in trucks, vans, race cars, and resto-mods. Whether you're hauling equipment across the state, swapping engines in a project car, or just want to hear that V8 rumble under load, the 7.3-liter delivers, and it does so without compromise. If you're a fan of big V8s, truck powertrains, or just love bulletproof engineering, you owe it to yourself to check out the 7.3-liter Godzilla. And if you've got thoughts on this engine, or want to share your own build, drop a comment below. For more breakdowns like this, check out my next video on top 5 diesel engines you should know about.